Alrighty. So, yeah, blockchain. I have spent a lot of flux on blockchain. Am I saying it right? Is it blockchain or chain block? I think it's blockchain. Starting at the top in the center column, I was buying some of those blocks for 50 mil when the market crashed and everything was selling for 50 mil, and like for instance, these allies that I was selling lots of, like club rename tags, like why do I need 257? I don't know, they were in the market and I bought them. So if you guys need a, club rename, or you know who to talk to. Anyways, like I bought 1,000 Gondas because they were 500k each, stuff like that. Anyways, so this I'm trying to do this wall here. Blockchain. I think it's gonna look absolutely nutty. Wait a second. I see something. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I'm gonna ignore the fishing trophies and just fill this in as fast as I can. Kind of excited. The hobby shop finally called me after waiting for like 6 or 8 months. I've been waiting for this thing. I totally forgot about it. Don't have the money for it right now, but it's a FPV micro drone for like inside and outdoor, I think. But I'm pretty excited about it. I've always wanted to get into the FPV world of droning. I do have a Mavic Mini and a few other like cheaper ones, but I don't have a screen for them. So it's like two of the Mavic Mini and this other cheaper one, they have onboard memory chips, so they can take pictures. I can just guess in a direction to take pictures from, or like videos, but that's about it right now. I'm kind of excited about the FPV one because it comes with goggles. Like it's all in one kind of bundle. I can't remember the name of it. I'll probably tell you in a later video, but they say it's a good starting point if you want to get into that world, because like an average FPV drone, like just the drone itself, is like $1,000, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. I've always been fascinated with flying. Like when I was younger, like a teenager, I went to air cadets, and in air cadets I got to one day they had a fly day, and I got to be at the controls of a glider. That was really fucking cool. And there was a strict 20-minute cutoff time or something like that, and they let me go an extra 5 minutes to confirm, yes indeed, I was climbing. First time at the controls, I was actually climbing in altitude, and I guess that's really a good thing. I didn't make anything out of it because Uh, there was a there was another cadet that I went to school with, that outranked me, and she was trying to get me to ask questions to like the bosses or whatever that she wanted answers about for like a mass, and like uh they asked her to stop asking questions about it, and then she asked me to ask the question. I didn't understand the question. I put my hand up. I'm like, Tessa wants to ask another question. I can't remember what she wanted me to ask. They're like, thanks, Michael. Tessa, we're gonna talk to you after class. I don't know. It just that was one of the things that like I didn't want to do cadets anymore. That, and there was like this other incident where this one cadet told me to unstack the chairs and like set them up for like whatever reason, and then like a commanding officer would walk along and like come and tell me to stop unstacking the chairs and stack them back up, and then the first guy would come back and ask me why I'm stacking the chairs up and to, unstack them. And it's like, oh, that was like, I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I can't do this. I just can't do this. Which is kind of stupid because there was this other incident that happened a longer time ago, like when I was around the age, somewhere between the ages 6 and 8. Me and my family, we went on a vacation sort of trip thing that the primary reason we went was because my sisters were going to compete in an international event with their violins, like as a duet sort of thing, which they ended up winning. Good for them. But when we were like on our way to Indianapolis, where the international competition of that school type, the ACE system, was, we had to make a quick pit stop because my sister really had to pee, and my mom told me not to wander off, which I ended up doing. I heard what sounded like firecrackers and yelling or screaming. Normally people run away from shit like that. I didn't. I ran to it. There was this guy screaming, and I don't know what. And he had a pistol, like a revolver. It looked like a small revolver, like a stiletto or something. Anyways, I approached him from his blind side, and I was trying to get his attention, but he was like too loud for his own good. I touched him on the hand, and he's like, yeah. And he was like, what the fuck? Anyways, I asked him if he could speak English, and then he said yes. And I asked him what he was screaming at. He said that he wanted respect or something. And like, I was relating to my own situation where my dad, he constantly scolds me or grounds me or like gives me spankings at the time. And I'm like, you don't get respect from fear, honestly. And this Mexican kind of walked up, him and his family. He's like, he's right. They ended up asking for my information and stuff, and told me that I had prevented a war from happening between two countries. Anyways, I told this commissionair this once about that story, and he said he'd look into it, and then he said, and then after that, he's like asked me how to get a hold of me. I said that I was in Air Cadets, and I totally forgot that there was another Air Cadet that had a very similar, not the exact same name, but the spelling was slightly different. Anyways, he was like a year or so older than me. Long story short, there was a Nobel Peace Prize handed out to Michael Nathan Allan, and I was supposed to be the one that got it, but somebody else did, and I'm kind of pissed off. I can't remember the reason why I was telling you this story, but yeah, that happened. Uh, oh yeah, because it was in air cadets. That's why. Anyways, if any of you out there have heard of the story about a little kid that helped resolve a situation with a gunman somewhere in Indiana or near, like, oh, please let me know, because I'm trying to get that back. Like, there's no witness. My parents weren't there. Like, they were like up the street and like at the like car at the gas station, and yeah. Anyways, so like nobody believes me, but I know it's true. I left them information that had to do with a Alberta address and telephone number that I no longer have. I live in a different province.